Let's go, Champeruski. Let's go, Champeruski. Let's go. You and me to a new world. Let's go. What up, champs? Let's make this happen. Cheers for water. We love water. We need so much more water in our lives. I am playing around with settings, and I think I'm pretty much done playing around with settings when it comes to the wheel itself. Ragada. Oh, we got a little something there. A little something there while we're discovering this trail on third gear. Right now, we are using Fanatec's P1 version 2 wheel. Woohoo! Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Alright. The car is messed up, boys. Our car is beyond repair. All windows crashed. Hey, guys, chill. New treasure cart.
Check it out.
See, this is not good right here. This is on sensitivity 900. You can see how the wheel kind of. Listen, it's just like. You know? We're on 6th gear, we're all the way through, and it's just a little. Just a little wobbly, a little too wobbly. But if we quickly just change to this setting now, way less wobbly, like barely. And this setting is at 680. Got a little wobble here and there, but healthy. Look, we're full force, no hesitation. Let's just still get a little wobbly here. Oh my god. Alright. Well, that's not what we're planning to do. Boys and girls. I really like that highway. I want to get back on the highway. How do I do that? How do I get back on this highway? I need to get back on this highway. I need to get back on that highway. How do I do this? Okay. Okay, there's an entry for the highway. We're probably gonna go ahead and do that. Before we go there, we got 3 settings over here. We have setting 1 at 900, we have setting 2 at 680, and we have setting 3 at 540. I think I might change even setting 1 because 900 is not something that we really use. And 680, as you can see, it was there, but it was a little wobbly skitty. just tiny bit. So I might put back profile to 640, and I might do profile 3 to 740, which is
Turn
what
around
profile
when it is
we're
safe
first.
to do so.
Hey, guy, get out of my way. Let's go for this secret over here in this bar. Where is it? This. That was it? Yep, that was it. So this is 640 already.
You're in a speed zone. Floor it to the end and don't leave the road.
Don't leave the road, don't leave the road. Oh, you see? Oh,
You've arrived at your destination.
that was not.
Nice. That's your average speed locked in. Oh, and pass through again every time you think you have a faster car. Put it to the test.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. You've arrived at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
So that was the speed zone right there. I'm trying it at the 3 different settings. This is 540. No bueno.
You've arrived at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so. You've arrived at your destination.
Okay.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
All right. So we got this area right here that we can try a few things out. Okay. Now let's go into little helping hand, because we're going to talk about some settings. let's see something here. So if I'm on game right now and I leave settings, my wheel is connected. Nice. My wheel is connected. Okay. But what if I disconnect? Ow. Disconnect my wheel. Kind of works. Let's look at the Fanatec app real quick. No steering wheel detected. We have wheelbase set up at 540. It understands that it's my third setup. Oh, that's awesome. Let me put this back on real quick. So if I were to change to my second setting, oh nice. Then, oh nice. Okay, it understands even in the Fanatec app that is a setting that I have it on. So I'm gonna go back into setting 3. I disconnect wheel and I go ahead and connect GT3 wheel.
Arrived at your destination.
Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I really like my GT wheel on this. Not gonna lie. Maybe because I get to see more of my screen.
You've arrived at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I really like my GT wheel. Oh my god. So how do I? So that's how I get there. Okay, how do I change my profile on my GT wheel from the wheel itself? Is the question. Press the tuning mode button. Usually a small dedicated button on the wheel, but I don't have that. It's an Xbox version. Yeah, no tuning, no menu here for that specifically. Okay, just trying to figure out something here with the GT wheel, just to make sure that I can change my profile from the wheel itself. And we should be good to go. Make this happen. Oh, I see it now. I see it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, I found it. Very small button. Very small button. Okay, we found it. Okay, we are Gucci. Oh my god, we're so good. And I really like my GT.
You've arrived at your destination.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like my GT wheel. Most likely, if I'm really gonna be drifting around,
In 400 yards, turn right.
I'll probably have to use my round wheel.
Turn
But
right. In 400 yards, turn right.
but I'm really liking.
Turn right.
Ladies and gent, let's have some fun. I tested both the P1 V2 and GT3 Fanatec wheels and found settings that actually feel right. Now, last thing, one last thing I'm gonna do. For mechanical trail, I am gonna go to 0.8, and for low sensitivity, I am gonna go to 1.2, even 1.3, and I feel like that's really going to help me out. This is off, off. let's also I can't believe I don't have the start button on this one. Um, so 7. If I only knew which one was button 7. Hey, maybe I can get used to on that wheel for the McLaren itself, and I don't have to switch the McLaren settings ever again. This does have dual pedals in the back. Okay, okay, okay. Yep. I think I'm gonna leave it with the McLaren, and then my start button is this. And these two, I'm not sure what they do. This one, not sure what it does. This one, not sure what it does. I'm okay with that. I can leave it for the McLaren. Amazing times. Let's look at our map real quick because I'm technically about to go into the highway. Okay. And I'm going towards the city. And that is what I want. Perfect. Okay, I think we're ready, you know. I tested both P1 V2 and GT3 wheels, Fanatec wheels in Forza Horizon 6 and found the settings that actually feel right. Here's what changed everything. Let's go into the settings real quick. And first things first, difficulty. Obviously, if you're using I'm gonna leave it on, and then at the end, I'm just gonna leave it off, and then we're gonna do some of that fun stuff. Um, Rewind is on, perfect. Manual with clutch. I don't use clutch. Perfect. What? What? Let's go, champ. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Um, I tested both P1 V2 and GT3 Fanatec wheels in Forza Horizon and found the settings that actually feel right. Here's what changed everything. Here's what changed everything. I tested both Fanatec wheels, the P1 V2 version and the GT3 Fanatec wheel on the QR2 wheelbase, And I'm telling you, you don't have to go and spend a bunch of money on the most expensive setup. With this basic wheel and the basic CSL pedals that come in, you'll be able to get things done on Forza Horizon Fix. Forza Horizon Fix. Forza Horizon 6. This is what changed everything. I tested both P1 V2, the P1 V2, and GT3 Fanatec wheels. And these are the settings that actually feel right. I tested both the Fanatec P1 V2 and the GT3 wheels on Forza Horizon 6, and I finally found the settings that just feel right. Here's what changed everything. Let's take a look. Let me put this one down, the GT3 version. Let's go ahead and use the P1 V2. Let's just plug it into our wheelbase. This is a QR2 wheelbase. This setup does not it's not the most expensive out of Fanatec. You can literally go and look for the CSL DD bundle and you'll be able to get this done. Here we are in Forza Horizon 6. We're using my Subaru here, the little USPS version. How do you like that? All right, let's go. It's been a little beat up because we've been testing, but that's the idea, all right? Let's go into the highway. Now, before we actually go into the highway, let me make sure we go into the settings real quick. One of the things that you definitely want to come in difficulty. A lot of people are changing in between standard and simulation. For Forza Horizon 5, standard was definitely the way to go. I do believe that in Forza Horizon 6, simulation is the best way to go right now after testing this for over 10 hours, and even more. So that's definitely one thing that you can leave in simulation. Now, this is where everybody definitely needs to go to into advanced controls. And I'm just going to go to the bottom of the menu right here for steering sensitivity right away. And this is definitely an important one. I would say there's three things that you're going to be playing around with: steering sensitivity, force feedback low sensitivity, and mechanical trail scale. These three settings are the settings that you're going to be playing around with the most. I will say wheel damper, take it off. Center spring scale, take it off. Force feedback scale really already brings center spring and wheel damper. So that's why you could take it off and you just play around with force feedback scale, and then you kind of get the force the feedback that you want on your wheel, that the one that feels the best. Vibration scale, I did went a little bit to the 0.8. I do like how it feels like that. I play a lot of iRacing as well, so I do like to feel the feedback on my wheel from that perspective. But this basic settings right here is really what I changed mainly. Mechanical trail scale to 0.8, force feedback low sensitivity to 1.3, and steering sensitivity to 0.7. I did scale down a little bit on the off-road feel scale just to make that happen. Now, here is what really changed everything. There is definitely a specific setting, and I'm going to go into my Fanatec app, and this is something that you're going to want to be able to do here for you as well. As you can see, it's currently reading my wheel P1. It says for PS4, but it's for PC. That's fine. Now you can see right here, sensitivity on the degrees. I currently have it at 540. But what happens in Forza Horizon 6 and with all the vehicles that I've been driving around is that you want to make sure that you have at least 3 profiles set up, and it's very easy to change through the profiles through your actual wheel. On your wheel itself, let me take this off, and as you can see, it goes off right away. But on your wheel itself, you have this button right here. It's the tuning menu, right? So once you go ahead and plug that in, right, you have your wheel menu, and on that you'll be able to set up your profiles and change your profiles, right? So currently I'm in setup 3 right now. In my wheel, I just pressed down on the down pad there and it went to my profile 2, which is set at 640 sensitivity, right? And then if I go down one more time, I have it set up at a 740. So there's different cars that are going to be driving in a different style. And sometimes you can do 740 sensitivity. Sometimes you can do 640 sensitivity. And sometimes you need 540 sensitivity. So that is definitely what's gonna make the biggest difference. It's gonna change the way you drive the vehicle. So let's get out of let's minimize and go over here to the actual game, and let's start actually doing some racing here. So right now I'm currently in my profile 3, which puts me at a 540 degree. Let's get into this highway. Boom, boom. So you can see I got my radar set up at the bottom so I can kind of see what's going on around. But with the 540, you'll be able to see, you know, I'm able to control. I was able to kind of pass through those cars right there. Just kind of come into the highway and just boom, 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 you know, right here. Some near misses. I can go in between the cars. I can go back and forward in between these two cars. You know, got a little trading paint there, trading paint. You know, boom. You can kind of see what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. See, so there's a lot of control at the 540. Right there, you see. Now, in racing, obviously, it's very important to understand how much of the wheel you actually get to turn, because sometimes, obviously, there's a really sharp turn. So that's why sometimes you might need to swap it around, right? You see, getting a little drift, boom, boom. I was kind of dragging off from there. Now, that's at 540, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and change my profile now. I'm gonna put it at my profile 2, which is at the 600s when it comes to sensitivity. And one of the things that you start noticing is that I do have a good amount of control, but the wheel gets a little bit more wobbly. And let's go inside of the car so you can kind of see the wheel. And you see the wheel. You see the wheel. I'm able to keep it straight, but a lot of times it gets a little bit too wobbly. You see right there, it did a little couple of wobbles there that I didn't want to do. Boom, hitting the wall. See, a little harder to stay in control. And it's just, again, depending on the vehicle, you're gonna have a different experience. You see? So I'm getting a good experience, and that's at the 600s sensitivity. Again, you can set up these 3 profiles in whatever way you want as far as numbers go, but it is important to understand that these are the ones that have really worked out for me at this point. Let's go ahead and go to profile 1, which is in the 700s. This one is definitely more loose, so you can see I barely touched, and it just really starts wobbling around a lot more. And I really have a lot less control of this car at this point. I have definitely found that in between my profile 2 and my profile 3, I'm able to really get things going. For racing, most of the time, I really find that my profile 2 is the one that's really doing the better job. So in the 600s, when I'm just out here and I'm just like racing my car around, it's very easy for me to just go into tuning menu, go into my profile 3, and now I'm at 540 right away, no problem. Didn't have to go into my menu of the game or menu on the application of the Fanatec itself. I was just able to really do it right there from my wheel. Super easy, 2 clicks, you're ready to go. I'm at 540. If I'm not feeling 540 is good, I put my menu, I click 1 down on my D-pad, and now I'm at the 600s. Super easy. Obviously, you're not able to see that in the screen right now, but as you saw it in a little bit ago, I was able to do it right there for you. So these are definitely the settings that have worked out for me. And again, truly what changed everything for me was able to really understand that by just setting up my profiles, I'm able to have a different experience, and I'm able to really have fun with different cars in different ways. So check that out. Let me know if that works out for you. It's definitely working out for me. I'm loving Forza Horizon 6. I can't wait to continue exploring Japan in here, and I can't wait to see what you guys are commenting down below. If you got any questions, definitely let me know. I hope you have an amazing day. You can definitely make this happen with the Fanatec CSL DD bundle, the cheapest one, you know, you just get your pedals, you get your P1 V2, and just with this wheel right here, brother, you're ready to go. See you in the next one. See you in the next one, buddy. Awesome. That was an amazing video. So I'm gonna shut down the stream for right now. I'm gonna do some tweaking. So I don't want to lose the spot of where the video got recorded. Unless is anybody? Yep. I love it. I love to see it. Love to see everybody around. Fiddling. Amazing stuff, yeah. We're just gonna shut down the stream for right now real quick. And we'll definitely be back for some more. Peace.